Greetings from Little Chute High School here in Little Chute, Wisconsin. High school football is on the air. Another beautiful Friday evening for high school football here in Northeast Wisconsin. I am Joey D alongside my broadcast partner Zach Morris here for Little Chute, hosting Fox Valley Lutheran and the Foxes here in a Northeastern Conference battle here. Game number 4 already of the season. Let's bring in my broadcast partner here. And well, first of all, let's start there. Can you? I know it's cliche, but can you believe we're at week 4, number 4 already?
Yeah, we're in that stretch now where these are hardcore games you have to win because they're important, especially if you're Fox Valley Lutheran. You're just coming off a loss. The last thing you want is to at least add another loss into your category. But the problem for Little Chute is if you want to compete with Wrightstown, you have to keep up with them. You need to be able to stay undefeated till you have your matchup with them. So tough game for both of them, and it really depends who can be more run their offense better and their defense in the win, and see if the win plays a factor either in a special teams turnover or touchdown or something else on this night as it gets a little bit colder, closer to fall type weather. It's going to be a big game to play a lot of implications down the road for seeding as well.
Yeah, you mentioned it. You can kind of see it there in the upper part of our the camera. There are just the referees standing out there. Look at their pants; they're just kind of flapping. Not too often that you see that happen. The pants just flapping on the referees. That is a good indication of what the conditions are like here today. We've had a little bit of rain. We've had a lot of rain over the last several days, and the wind is really, really picked up today. Really, really windy, and we will see how that plays out. For Fox Valley Lutheran, they do come in at 2-1 on the season, and 2-1 in conference play as well. We saw them last week, a very close game against Wrightstown, just barely losing that one by a score of 26-24. What'd you learn by watching Fox Valley Lutheran last week?
Well, they have a good offense. I mean, they can go two ways. They can pass their way down and also run their way down the field. So a lot of opportunities for the Foxes to score. Anxious to see what the Mustangs of Little Chute can do for tonight to match the offensive power for Fox Valley Lutheran.
And Little Chute coming in at 3-0 on the season, one of the top-ranked teams in the state in Division 4 with wins over Marinette, O'Connell Falls, and Clintonville, only giving up 12 points overall and scoring quite a few. A 7-game win streak in the series overall against Fox Valley Lutheran. We'll talk about that as our pregame show continues. Got a chance to catch up with both of the head coaches not too long ago down on the field. Very windy field, as you will hear here very soon. But our Fox Communities Credit Union video stream game of the week continues, coming up right after this.
Make fenced-in yard happen. Make two-story in town happen. Or ranch in the country happen. Definitely make 2 bathrooms happen. With Fox, make we can afford that one happen. When it's time to decide on your dream home, Fox helps you make life happen. Visit one of 22 Fox locations or apply online today so you can make this is the one happen.
Fox Communities.
A century is made up of minutes, but more importantly, of moments. Moments of hard work, dedication, challenges, and triumphs. From Myron Construction, the past 100 years were built by the steady hands of tradespeople who laid a strong foundation, and continues to thrive because of our passionate team members. As we close this significant chapter of our history, our sights are set on what we will accomplish together in the years to come, because together we'll continue building excellence.
Welcome back to the pregame show. Talking now with Coach Evers from Little Chute. And Coach, first year here this year. How's it going so far?
It's going pretty good. We've had 3 games so far, and we've won all 3, so I guess I can't complain. But there's no question that the competition is going to pick up tonight.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Defense only giving up 12 points, I believe, so far. Is that a big focus with you guys this year?
Absolutely. We returned some pretty good players on defense, and we have a new new offensive coordinator, and we had some growing pains early on, and we're starting to click, but we hung our hat on our defense the first couple weeks.
So how about here tonight to welcome in Fox Valley Lutheran? What's the scouting report on the Foxes?
They got a nice team, and they've played some pretty good teams so far, and they're fast, and they're running the ball, and they're throwing the ball, and they're pretty balanced, probably a little bit more than they've been in the past, and they're going to present some challenges for our defense tonight.
All right, Coach, good luck tonight.
Thank you very much.
All right, more of the pregame show coming up right after this.
When you're looking for a cutting-edge local company to produce your creative screen-printed or embroidered apparel for your business or team, Creative Imprint in Neenah is that company. Their experienced staff can bring all your ideas to life. They make you part of the experience with their online designing tool that allows customers to design their own t-shirts. That's how they make you part of the experience. Design your t-shirt and place your order online at creativeimprintapparel.com. Experience the difference.
I'm Tom Julian from the Julian Strategic Alliance Group. I'm inviting you to have my team help you develop your personal, estate, and business planning goals. Let us put together comprehensive financial strategies for your success in every season of your life. Contact us today to get started. We're right on the CE Trail in Kimberly. We can help you establish retirement income goals, work with you on your asset protection allocation, and guide you on future income growth strategies. I would like to meet with you to begin the conversation. Call us. Let's get started.
As we continue on the pregame show here tonight, talking with Fox Valley Lutheran head coach Seth Yeager. And Coach, 3 games in the books here. We've seen you a couple of times, and also a couple of very close games. What have you learned about your team the first 3 games?
Resilience. We've been in some tough situations, be able to bounce back and continue to play well. Of course, there's always things that you wish you could fix, but so far the resilience is number 1.
Last week, how would you describe the game against Wrightstown? Such a close one against such a good team.
Coulda, woulda, shoulda. That's why I explained it. You know, there's opportunities that we had on offense and defense, both for the stops. They made plays when they had to, and not like our guys were in bad positions. They just they were a very good team that week.
So you're okay with the way that the team performed against them?
There were some very good things. There were some very, very good things. And Wrightstown's is a wonderful team for us to judge where we at. Of course, it's a winnable game for us at the same time. Had some of those plays gone a different direction, but that's in the past. Pleased with the overall play of our guys. We want to get them over that next hurdle, though. Let's finish those games out on the right side of that win.
How much does that help you that you've had so many close games to start the season? You're seeing what your team has as far as overcoming some of that resilience.
It's been great. We're tested early. Some of our teams, our comps, haven't been tested all that early yet, I don't believe. Some have, obviously, but I think for us it's great that we've been tested early and that we can continue to progress on what we've had already.
Here we go into tonight now. Road game here against a little Chute. Another tough opponent here. What's the scouting report here on the Mustangs?
Like you said, a tough opponent. They can be balanced if they want to be balanced. They have some great pulling guards that they want to get into the mix with their size. Again, size this week versus our speed. And, again, we have to overcome that, and especially defensively, and make some big plays.
Got to ask you, just walking across this field, we've had a lot of rain here this week. Seems a little soggy. How's that going to affect things?
We talked to our guys early in the game, before the game, about footwork and make sure that our footwork is steady, that we have good, solid feet. Yeah, a lot of rain, and what's nice is it's equal. You know, both teams have to deal with it, so it's a factor in some ways, but in other ways, you know, both teams got to deal with it. So.
Coach, good luck.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
There you go. It's more of the pregame show coming back right after this.
The projects we construct afford us the opportunity to help those in need in more ways than one. And the momentum we create as a team allows us to make an impact greater than any one of us can achieve on our own. We are part of the community. We are where we live. We are Myron Construction.
Are you looking to make your dream home happen? Make stop searching and searching happen. You could make that fenced-in yard happen and make that bigger bathroom finally happen. It's time to make your home transformation happen with a home equity loan or line of credit from Fox. Apply online right now or visit one of 22 Fox locations to get the money you need and make life happen.
Fox Communities Credit Union.
As we welcome you back here to Little Chute High School. You know, fall is always exciting at Fox Valley Lutheran High School. This year, They're enjoying the largest enrollment ever. The Foxes are back on their home fields. New classes, new teachers, new leadership. FVL is an outstanding choice for your teen's high school years. Go to fvlhs.org to schedule a tour of the newly expanded school. Find out more about Fox Valley Lutheran High School. Come and see Christian high school education in action. Go Foxes, as they are in action here tonight against the Little Chute Mustangs. As we bring it back here, our pregame show wrapping up. Joey D alongside Zach Morris. And we are just about ready for action here. Last minute thoughts here, Zach Morris. What do you think?
Well, we'll see how the wind plays a factor in this, especially for both teams. Your offensive game plan works perfectly when there's no wind. So things will change. Well, passes change, and you look at punts. When you're out there trying to set up, that wind can play a factor for some players, so that will be important. And you mentioned the field earlier, Joey. It's a little wet. Will someone have a problem with the footing and mess up an extra point? Or will we see that with just a handoff? That plays a role, and a turnover just like that can play a big role at the end to deciding who wins this game.
First-year head coaches, both of them. We will get to those in just a second. Let's also tell you about our fine sponsors. We got Fox Communities Credit Union, Fox Valley Lutheran High School, Myron Construction, Creative Imprint, and Julian Strategic Alliance Group, Business, Personal, and Estate. And we are ready for the kickoff here. And it will be FEL to receive. It will go left to right, and that one they're just going to let fly out of bounds, and an early penalty here on the very first play. And so field position here for FVL. Not a bad start. Just let it fly out of bounds.
That's the start you'll take.
First penalty of the game. And it goes on Little Chute. And so you will see also that the field is not marked yardage-wise. You'll see it just every 5 yards. Most fields will do it every yard, and every 10 yards at least you will see it. But because of the weather situation, they were unable to do that. So they will mark it out there at their own 35, and they will start it with their quarterback, Isaiah Ullman. And a run straight up the middle to start. And Bame, their leading rusher on the season, and he might have gained a yard on the play, so it'll be 2nd down and 9. They went to Bame quite a few times last week. 2nd down and 9. Back to pass, and that one is caught in and out of the hands, though, of the intended receiver. Jeb Dauberstein, the intended receiver, but incomplete. Boy, he had that one, and that would have been a good pickup. Instead, it's the first 3rd down of the game after the incompletion.
Well, that's a play that sets you back because you need the completion just to get a 3rd and short. Now you're looking at a long 3rd down.
Bame, a 59% thrower on the season. That one again is incomplete, but we got a flag in the backfield, and usually when it flies like that, it's going to mean holding on FVL. We'll see if it is taken or not. Probably not, because that'll bring up a 4th down and long. So it's going to go down as the 2nd incompletion of the game, and it's a 3-and-out to start for FEL.
Well, great start for the Little Chute Mustangs on defense, being able to hold Bame on the first carry, and then a great job playing in the defensive backfield, get a couple tips. Almost led to an interception, so a great start right now for the Mustangs.
And they will have pretty good field position as well, as they are kicking into this wind, and it just goes straight up and takes definitely an FVL bounce up to about the 37-yard line, it looks like, and that's where we will see Little Chute coming on offense for the first time today. Let's take a look at that Little Chute offense. They are led by a sophomore quarterback, Cade Van Asten, who is 67% on the season, 5 touchdowns, averaging about 116 yards passing. They also rushed the ball a lot, too, led by Jake DeBruin. That's the Little Chute offense. And they will start with 11-11 here. So under a minute on that first drive, and they'll rush the ball up the middle. Jake DeBruin gets the call. DeBruin on the season, their leading rusher. 111 yards in the first 3 games, averaging about 5 yards a carry.
3-yard gain, just continue to get chunks of yards at a time, and that's a method you want. This is where the drive for Fox Valley Lutheran stalled out. Let's see how the Mustangs do on their first drive.
Guy goes in motion. And they give it to him. That is Tate Huss, and he's got some running room on that far sideline. He is going to cross midfield into FVL territory up to about the 45-yard line. And that'll be a first down for Little Chute. Well, start to their first drive.
Well, that's a great run on second down where the Foxes had an incomplete pass. The Mustangs had a big chunk of yards on a second run play, which was perfect because he had excellent blocking on the right side of the field.
So it'll be 1st and 10, right on the 45-yard line. And just over it, and another flag coming in. Little jumping on Little Chute. A false start on them, the first official penalty of the game. Check that, the second penalty of the game there on Little Chute because that kick went out of bounds.
Well, this is how your drives stall with a penalty you don't need, especially after a big run. No, a run like that for the Mustangs will be able to get right back on track, but this is a good chance for the Foxes to get a quick stop and force a 2nd and long.
Just underway here at Little Chute High School. Dropping back to pass. And that one is complete for a short gain. Good coverage out in the open field. That is complete to Ryan Verstegen, the 5'11", 200-pound fullback. He's a junior. First completion of the game, but for only 2 yards. So it'll be 2nd down and 13.
That was a perfect play defensively for the Foxes, not letting any receivers open. And the one that was left open, very minimal gain.
So it's 2nd down and long here. Back to pass is Van Asten. He's got a guy open, and did he catch it or did he drop it? I think it's going to be incomplete. Oh, again. In and out of the hands of Jake DeBruin, the 6-foot senior.
Had his hands on it, but when he went down to the ground, just could not maintain possession. Would have been a heck of a catch, though, if he would have been able to come up with that.
And instead, it's going to be 3rd down and long for Little Chute on their first possession of the game. It was 3 and out for FVL if you're just joining us. 3rd down and long here for Little Chute. Back to pass is Van Asten. Shuffled out of the pocket. Looking. There's a couple of receivers, and it is picked off out of midair by Brecken Thomas.
What an excellent interception by Thomas, going up for the ball and fighting with 2 Mustangs and able to corral the ball, hold it down on his way down to the ground, and a fantastic interception for the Foxes. Can't blame Little Chute. I mean, you have the numbers, 2 versus 1. You'd think maybe one of your receivers would be able to come up with it.
And so FEL has their 2nd possession of the game. After the turnover by Little Chute. They give to Bame, and he goes nowhere, wrapped up by a bunch of blue jerseys. Did he even get back to the line of scrimmage? That's a question. I think he might have even lost one. Yeah, he lost one. And so it'll be 2nd down and 11 for Isaiah Ullman, the quarterback, and Andrew Bame, the leading rusher. Coming into the game, averaging about 5.3 yards a game, couple of touchdowns. Or per rush, I should say. And that pass is complete over the middle. First completion of the game, and that is going to go to Jeb Dobberstein.
Well, a big point in this game, we're going to see if the Foxes are able to at least get something out of this turnover. As for the Mustangs, a big early point in this game. You don't want to give any points off turnovers. Have to hold on these set of downs.
7-yard gain, 3rd down. And a very long 4. Holman with the give and down. Right away goes Steigenberger. Sam Steigenberger. First carry of the game and a loss, and so it's going to be another 3 and out back-to-back to start the game for FEL.
Not great offensively, knowing that you had an excellent opportunity with a turnover, but a great job by the Mustangs holding on after a bad turnover, so you're able to hang in there and give your offense another chance without any damage on the scoreboard.
High snap, but brought down, no pressure. And a fair catch called and having to dive for it again. Punting into the wind, and that one is taken by Tate Huss. And so Little Chute comes back out. And they will start with 7:45 as you see the time up in the corner on their own 39-yard line. Well, not sure if that's a 39. Again, the yard markers aren't out there. 37 now. They change it. 37. Back-to-back now that they start on their own 37. And off going right up the middle. Down there after a gain of about 2 or 3. That's Nolan Lamers, a 6'1", 175-pound junior. And they're going to give him 4. So 2nd down and 6. They will mark it right there on the 40-yard line. Again, single backfield. Give going right up the middle again, and might have even lost a yard. Again, Nolan Lamers, his 2nd carry of the game, and yeah, I think they're going to lose 1. So another big 3rd down play here. Going to call it 3rd down and 6 on that 39-yard line.
This is a big play for the Little Chute Mustangs, being able to at least get a 1st down and get some momentum back in this game.
Sophomore quarterback Van Asten rolling out to his right. Plenty of time, throws, and almost picked off again. This one is complete, though, for a 1st down to Carson Weingard. And the first down of the game for Little Chute here. And it'll be 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Well, just what the doctor ordered for this offense. Get a 1st down, and all of a sudden you feel more confident as you're approaching midfield.
About halfway through this 1st quarter. Quick pass, and that one is in and out of the hands. And it looks like limping off just a little bit. That is to Tim Peters, and that's not good. He is a two-way player for them. Peters limping off a little bit, but an incomplete pass. It'll be 2nd down and 10 on the 48. So they've had 5 passes and 4 rushes so far. Nice little mixture. That's what Coach Yeager was expecting here. And another pass here in the flat. That is complete to Tate Huss. And he is wrapped up across midfield up to about the 45-yard line.
Excellent route by Huss, just unable to break through the tackle and try to get the 1st down.
Right at the 45. They'll call it 3rd down and 3 after the 7-yard gain. No score here early on. FEL and Little Chute. This is the 2nd time that Mustangs have had the football, and another key 3rd down here. Going in motion is Huss. They don't give it to him, but they do give it to Lamers, diving across the up near the 40-yard line. That's, boy, are they going to have to bring the chain gang out? It was a good run by Lamers, the junior.
It looked like he had it from the first glance.
Well, they stopped the clock with 5:11. They're looking. Of course, Little Chute pointing for the first down.
77 says it's a first down.
Well, sure.
I believe him.
Got to believe a guy who's 5'11", 300 pounds. Yeah, I'd give it to him. And he's right. First down for Little Chute. Instead of 4th and short, reset the downs. After the nice run, a 3-yard pickup then for Nolan Lamers. Now move the chains and start the clock. As we approach the 5-minute mark, no score. Here comes Little Chute on their second drive of the game. Started back at their own 37, now across midfield at the 41. Down goes Van Asten. Sacked by Brody Van Handel.
Well, Van Handel able with a pass rush and get off the offensive lineman and being able to find the quarterback quickly as he was able to just push around the line. That's a great pass rush you'd want to maintain throughout the game because that makes you concerned where will Van Handel be every play. Liked his energy on that play.
His second sack of the season, 6th sack of the season for FVL. Goes for a loss of 5 back to the 47-yard line. That one going for no gain. Lamers once again the ball carrier. And with the no gain, that is going to bring up 3rd down and 15.
Well, we talk about how offensive holdings, and if you have even a false start that can derail your drive, a sack that early in this set of downs will really set your team back as well because that's almost like a holding penalty or at least loss a down with your false start.
Did give him a yard, 3rd and 14, it's a long 14. 4 wide receivers for Van Asten. Still he's rushed. Out of the pocket he goes. Nailed as he went out of bounds. What a hit by Andrew Boehm. He did get up to about the 39-yard line. So about a 7-yard pickup, but it will be 4th down for Little Chute. You think that many wide receivers?
Well, I would go for this because you're already in basically 4 down territory. The way your defense has been holding the Foxes, take the chance here.
Indeed they are. First-year head coach Ted Evers on the sidelines. Oh, boy, they decide to pooch kick it, and it's not even going to really get to back to the line of scrimmage. It barely got back to the line of scrimmage right there at the 39, so they decide to go ahead and try and pooch kick it, but that was even with the wind behind them. How did that happen, Zach?
Well, you take that chance, and that's why when I know that's the popular thing, have your quarterback do the pooch kick. In that situation, especially how the wind is today, you just take your chances. If you're going to go basically make it look like you're going for it, just go for it.
FEL, 3rd possession of the game on their own 39-yard line. Bouncing up the middle is the quarterback Isaiah Ullman on the keeper. And the tackle by Verstegen. 2-yard pickup, so it'll be 2nd down and 8. Two wideouts to the far, one to the near. Instead, they give it to Boehm, and he is upended right there at the line of scrimmage. Nice tackle once again by Ryan Verstegen. Back-to-back defensive plays.
The Foxes don't want to become one-dimensional, and all they're going to do is pass. They need to get Boehm involved in this offense just keep running with him because he will eventually break out a few long runs. He did that last week against Wrightstown, but it's just about hanging in there long enough and not giving up. As long as the game is scoreless, it's easy to stick with the run.
Back-to-back 2-yard pickups means 3rd down and 6 here on the 43. Back to pass is Ullman. He is nailed right as he threw it into double coverage, and he jumps right up. That's good to see. But, man, that defense was coming for Little Chute. And the 3rd incompletion pass here for Fox Valley Lutheran. And again, they're going to be 3 and out.
Well, the Mustangs defense did its job. Just don't allow any points after the pooch kick that went nowhere. Now no points were given, and now you're getting the ball back on this punt.
They should get pretty good field position as they kick into the wind. That's pretty good considering. So it bounces out of bounds near the 30-yard line. And with 2:07 left to play, Little Chute will get it for the 3rd time. But again, 3 straight 3 and outs for Fox Valley Lutheran to start this game.
Completely different how the game last week against Wrightstown with Fox Valley Lutheran, our game we did last Friday, just continuous scoring drive after drive.
Yeah, that's a good point. I forgot about that. First drive, nothing happened. It was 3 and out. But then we had 6 straight scoring drives with Wrightstown and FVL. We want to thank all of our fine sponsors here tonight. Fox Communities Credit Union, Fox Valley Lutheran High School, Myron Construction, Creative Imprint, and Julian Strategic Alliance Group, helping bring you high school football here on another beautiful Friday night. Even though with all the rain and the wind and all that, still great high school football action. Give right up the middle once again for Little Chute, gaining a couple of yards. Gave it to Adam Kilgus, the 5'11 senior. Kilgus, only 8 attempts coming into this game. 41 yards on the season. Give him a couple more right there. This time to end around, and he's got some running room, and a cross up near midfield. That's going to be Tim Peters. And he does have a first down for Little Chute at about the 46-yard line.
Well, Little Chute has been very successful running the ball outside the tackles, being able to at least get one on their first drive, and now on this drive, continue to run the ball in the corners until they contain the edge, that being the Fox's defense.
Nice pickup. About 10 on the play. So 1st and 10 on the 46. Quick pass, and is it picked off for the 2nd time? The officials coming in. 2nd interception of the game for Fox Valley Lutheran on a low throw from the sophomore Cade Van Asten, but they've turned it over twice now. Well, the big question is, can FVL do anything with it?
Well, can the Mustangs defense again have their defense step up, force a 3 and out, and not have a turnover hurt them? Look what the defense has done so far. A turnover, a bad punt, and now this.
So 1:20 left to play. They'll get it for the 4th time, this time on their own 44-yard line. Here's Bame. Wrapped up right away. Good defense. Boy, that swarming defense from Little Chute.
The only thing hurting the Foxes right now is just being unable to get their running game going this first quarter.
And gain of about 2. A long 1 on the play. They'll say 1. So 2nd down and 9. On the 46, back to pass again is Ullman. Again, he is hit right as he throws, and he's got his guy downfield. It's Sam Steigenberger, tripped up right before the end zone. Oh, boy, he thought he had 6 points there, but instead running him down was Nolan Lamers. What a good defensive play, but a long pass play for FVL, and they are in business.
He was left wide open, and a great throw to find him in stride, and just able to get with at least 1st and goal attempt, but a great stop by the Mustangs, trying to at least have their defense hold one more time on this next set of downs.
50-yard pass is what we'll call it. And it's 1st and goal on the 3. Give to Bame. Still on his feet. Did he reach across? Oh, so close. Tackled by Tate Huss. Stood up right there after, we'll call it a gain of 2, but that should do it for quarter number 1. What a quarter it was. No score, but FPL is knocking on the door. 0-0 at the end of 1. We will take a quick timeout and come back to back to Little Chute High School right after this on our Fox Communities Credit Union Game of the Week.
I'm Tom Julian from the Julian Strategic Alliance Group. I'm inviting you to have my team help you develop your personal, estate, and business planning goals. Let us put together comprehensive financial strategies for your success in every season of your life. Contact us today to get started. We're right on the CE Trail in Kimberly. We can help you establish retirement income goals, work with you on your asset protection allocation, and guide you on future income growth strategies. I would like to meet with you to begin the conversation. Call us. Let's get started.
When you're looking for a cutting-edge local company to produce your creative screen-printed or embroidered apparel for your business or team, Creative Imprint in Neenah is that company. Their experienced staff can bring all your ideas to life. They make you part of the experience with their online designing tool that allows customers to design their own t-shirts. That's how they make you part of the experience. Design your t-shirt and place your order online at creativeimprintapparel.com. Experience the difference.
Back here at Little Chute High School, it is 2nd and goal. Going right up the middle and stuffed right at the goal line was Bame. That Little Chute defense stepping up here. No gain. It'll be 3rd down and goal for FVL. Got to stuff the box here for the Mustangs. In the backfield is Steigenberger. And instead, Ullman takes it himself, diving across, touchdown, Fox Valley Lutheran. They take the early 6-0 lead as we just start quarter number 2.
Well, with that running game of the Foxes, you just continue to pound and pound. Eventually, you'll be able to find an opening with this offensive line, and that he did. It did take him a couple times, 1st, 2nd, 3rd downs, but on 3rd, it was perfect.
And the extra point is good. So with 11:18 left to play here in quarter number 2, your new score, Fox Valley Lutheran 7 and Little Chute 0. Nice drive by FEL, a quick drive by FEL. I'll get you the numbers here in just a second. 7-0 is the score with 11:18 left to play. Let's tell you about Fox Valley Lutheran High School. They are growing. FEL offers families an outstanding choice for those important high school years. The new building addition has allowed them to offer new classes and welcome the largest student body ever. Go online, schedule a tour of the beautiful campus. Christian education at FVL will prepare your child to meet tomorrow's challenges. Find out more at fvlhs.org. Go Foxes, a proud sponsor of tonight's video stream game of the week. Up early, just like they were last week, and the ball goes into the end zone. So with 11:18 left to play here in the first half, Little Chute will have it for the 4th time, and they will start on their own 20-yard line. That drive going 5 plays. And 59 yards. The key pass there, the 50-yard pass, which is almost a touchdown to Steigenberger. That set him up in good field position and then capped off by the 1-yard touchdown run by Isaiah Ullman. And so here comes Little Chute for the 4th time already this evening. Couple of turnovers on some interceptions. That is a tackle for a loss.
So just no room to run for the Mustangs when you go inside the tackles. But so far, 2 big runs on each side of the field outside the tackles. That's just where the Mustangs will have to run the ball until they find an opening in the interior of this Fox's defense.
Jake DeBruin losing a yard, so 2nd down. And about 11 back to pass is the sophomore once again, and incomplete. He was looking for Logan Lex, the 5'9" wide receiver, the senior. Another incomplete pass, though, for Cade Van Asten. And all of a sudden, 3rd down and long. 3rd and 11 now. So several incompletions, couple of interceptions as well. Not the greatest of starts for the sophomore Cade Van Asten. From the shotgun. And a little screen play. Out to the left, he's got some blockers. It is complete for a 1st down to Jake DeBruin.
Well, an excellent screen, let his lineman get ahead of him, and one solid block, let him pop that run to get a solid 1st down.
There was a flag on Fox Valley Lutheran. And they'll mark it off now up to near the 40-yard line. After about a 15-yard pickup or so, it's 1st and 10 now as they were facing a 3rd and long. Now they are up near midfield already. There's a give right up the middle. Once again to DeBruin. He's been their horse here tonight. A 3-yard pickup, so 2nd down and 7. As we're just inside 10 minutes here in the 2nd quarter. This Northeastern Conference matchup. Little Chute leading the way at 3-0 along with Wrightstown. FVL at 2-1 after that close loss last week to Wrightstown. Leading here on the road. Once again, it's DeBruin, the ball carrier.
So after those 2 rushes, a little bit better success inside the interior defense against Fox Valley Lutheran, but I would like to see him run a couple more on the outside. The screen pass went to the outside, 2 solid runs went there. I think that's the weakness so far in this Fox's defense. Until they really exploit that, they're going to have issues running inside the tackles.
Another 3-yard pickup, so it's 3rd down and 4. Going in motion is Huss. He will get it, and another flag coming in as he was running to the far side. Currently a 1st down, but we'll see what the call is. Right now marked across midfield at about the 48 or 49. Now they're bringing it back. It's going to be holding on the Mustangs. Their 3rd accepted penalty of the game, and that's going to bring her way back. Instead of being across midfield, they're going to mark this one on the 35. So 3rd and about 15 now because they've got to get it up right to the 50-yard line. 3rd and 15 for the Mustangs. Let's see what Coach Evers has in mind here for a 3rd and long play. Shotgun formation, back to pass, Van Asten. Rolling to his right, he's looking, has nobody. Here comes that FVL defense. Down he goes into the hands of Seth Voller. 5'11" junior. And Van Asten loses a couple of yards. Now it's going to be 4th down and even longer. So it should be 4th and about 16 after the sack.
You would love to take at least a shot on 3rd down instead of taking a sack on 4th down.
So FEL will get the ball back. Nelson kicking into that wind. Takes a little shoot bounce. We'll let it die on about the 43 or 44 yard line. And FEL will take over with 7:41 on the clock. Coming off of their first scoring drive of the game. 7-0 FEL with 7:41 left to play here in the first half.
Well, good job by the Foxes holding on defensively and being able to get the ball back and try to add on to a 7-0 lead.
Officially mark it on the 43-yard line. If you're just joining us, usually they do have the yard markers marked here on this green field, but because of the weather, they have been unable to do that. Here's Ullman, and he is sacked.
Can't blame Ullman. I mean, that has been his bread and butter for this offense, being able to run along with Boehm, but Boehm has a hard time getting rolling, and so far has Ullman.
Logan Lex gets the sack that time. Loss of a couple on the play, and we've got an injured player down for Little Chute. Trainer's coming out, and looks like he's going to be all right. I believe that is Kyle Vanden Lygraf. 5'8", 200-pound junior. Getting a little bit of assistance coming off. Looks like he'll be all right, which is good. And after that, it's going to be 2nd down and 12. Now back on about the 41-yard line. Surprised they haven't started the clock again. Now they do. All kinds of time. Going over the middle and just out of the reach of Sam Steigenberger. Let him just a little bit too much. Ullman had all kinds of time and saw him. Just didn't connect.
Well, you're wondering now with the offensive game plan of running the ball isn't working, do you start airing the ball out a little bit more? And obviously we saw the 50-yard catch on their previous drive that led to a touchdown. Almost had another big one there.
2 for 6 for 57 yards now for Isaiah Ullman. 3rd down and long. 3rd and 12 on the 41. Ullman pressured, has to take off, and he's got some room. There he goes, down the sideline. A big-time pickup. That's going to be a 1st down and then some for Isaiah Ullman. A 24-yard pickup, I believe, for Ullman. And instead of 4th down, it is 1st and 10 in Little Chute territory.
Well, great job by Ullman. Yeah, he made up for overthrowing his receiver. Well, he was able to make it up there.
Give up the middle to Boehm. And he gained about a yard. Nate Hippus got him there. Big 300-pounder. How many times we're going to say that tonight? Tackle on the play by him. Gained a 1, though. So 2nd down and 9. Ball on the 33. Again, shotgun formation. Quick pass. Right sideline. Did he get it? No. The official was right there. Steigenberger thought that he had it. He started arguing with the official, but he was right there on top of it and called it incomplete right away. Right there near the goal line. That would have been a huge play.
Well, here's what's very impressive, Joey, with Ullman right now. All these passes going deep are not that far out of the reach of his receiver. So excellent accuracy so far in this first half for him.
He's only completed a couple of them, but they are right there. 3rd down and 9. Little toss. And at the feet of his defender, right as we were saying how he was so accurate or nearly accurate. He throws it at the feet of Bame, and it's incomplete. It's going to bring up 4th and long.
It's still in reach where he can at least try to dive for it, just unable to come up with it after he did try to do a small dive for the ball.
2 of 8 now, including that 50-yarder earlier.
Well, that's why you can't always look at the box score, just knowing that he's just missing his receivers.
4th down and 9 on the 33 for the Foxes. Ullman again tossing it up for grabs and falls incomplete in between his 2 intended defenders or receivers. And that's going to be a turnover on downs after the incompletion. It will go back to Little Chute.
Well, again, this Mustangs defense continues to hold when their offense continues to struggle. Here's an opportunity just to get something going here. You know, at least show some. This defense would love to see their offense at least get some momentum, get into the 40-yard line of FVL, and just show that, hey, we're going to be a factor in the second half.
So they'll take over on their own 33-yard line with 6:06 left to play in this first half. Down by 1 score. This is the 5th possession already for Little Chute. Each team has had it 5 times now. Just back and forth we've gone. Just had 1 score thanks to the 1 long pass play. Wrapped up in the backfield. Down he goes. Tackled for loss. Peters went absolutely nowhere. FVL had that one snuffed out right away.
Tough loss there. I mean, that's almost like a holding call now against your defense and offense on the first down, and you'll lose the down, so maybe almost like a intentional grounding, I would say. But you can still try to save this drive and maybe get something with the passing game, or again, run the ball outside the tackles.
Loss of about 6 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 16. Cade Van Asten, the sophomore quarterback. Sends Huss in motion. Instead, the give goes up the middle, gaining a couple of yards. That's Lamers. Again, getting a little bit more breathing room, but the clock continues to run down to 5 minutes left to play in this first half. They'll give him maybe 1 on the play. So 3rd and 15 now after that big loss on the first carry. Got to air it out again here. Possibly. If you're Coach Evers and that sophomore 6'4" quarterback. He's got a little more time. Had his receiver there, Hunter Hermas, but incomplete, and so it's going to be a quick 3 and out for the Mustangs.
No guaranteed if he did come up with a catch that he still had about 8 to 9 yards to run for the first down.
So Van Asten now 4 out of 10, couple of interceptions through the air. Both teams kind of equal as far as their running and passing plays. There's a good punt into the wind. It looks like it's going to go out at about the 30-yard line, right underneath that big full moon. 4:27 left. They'll mark it on the 31. Look at that, the big full moon.
Well, you know what day today is, Joey.
Oh, yes, indeed. Friday the 13th. And the old, I guess, what they call it, the harvest moon?
Correct.
Yeah. Beautiful shot. Nice job, Zach, on the camera and helping us set up here. We've got 1st and 10 for FVL on their own 31 with 4:27 left to play in this first half. What a night for high school football once again. I think I've said it every Friday night. And a gain of a couple on the play. Time can. Continues to run down Ullman, the ball carrier there. He kept it himself. And gain 2, so it's 2nd down and 8 for FEL. That early 7-0 lead scored on the first plays of this quarter. It was nothing after the first quarter, and lots of jumping going on. I believe they are going to get Little Chute for their 4th penalty already. No penalties so far on Fox Valley Lutheran. Market ahead 5 more yards. Makes it a little bit more handleable, I guess, if that's a word. It is now. 2nd down and 3 on the 38. Here's Ullman again. Little juke move. He's got the 1st down, diving across. Jake DeBruin wrapped him up, but gain of a few, and that's good for a 1st down after the penalty. Those penalties will kill you.
So far, I mean, that has been the killer, too. Other than the turnovers for Little Chute has been giving the ball over.
1st and 10 on the 47 to give to Bame. Still on his feet and kind of tripped over himself. Cross midfield up to the 45. That's going to be good for another FEL 1st down.
Well, that's a good sign for Fox's fans, knowing that Bame is starting to warm up, and a great 10-plus yard carry there. You have to feel pretty good now, knowing your offense is starting to gain momentum.
We'll give them 12. We approach the 3-minute mark, right on the 45-yard line. Work it right side, now up to the 40. Bame again for 5 more yards. Yeah, you get him going and look out. Bame both offensively and defensively, their leader. Averaging right around 100 yards a game in their first 3 games. And defensively, 36 total tackles. That's just coming into this game. Getting it done on both sides of the ball. Ullman takes it himself. Wrapped up just shy of the 1st down.
Well, here's an opportunity for the Mustangs. Again, can their defense step up? Big 3rd and short.
3rd down and 2 as we approach the 2-minute warning of this first half. It's been a good one so far. Bame lowers his head and his shoulders, has a 1st down. Move the change for Fox Valley Lutheran.
Another 1st down run for Bame on this drive.
They'll give him 4 on that play, and so right at 2 minutes left to play. 1st and 10 on the 33. Couple of receivers here to the near side, one to the far. Who's he going to go to? Going to go to the fullback. He's got him up at about the 15-yard line. He's got it to Dauberstein. And another 1st down for FEL. They are moving it.
Well, we've been seeing the passing attack being able to work for the Foxes. You can't sleep on it, even with the running game starting to wake up.
13-yard pickup. On the 15-yard line. They'll work it to the right side. Back to Bame they go. And so a 5-yard pickup that time. 2nd and 5 on the 10-yard line. Time winding down in this first half. Again, it's Bame. Avoids the first tackler. And a whistle, and they're going to have to call a timeout here. After about a 5-yard pickup for Bame once again. And so a timeout is called by FEL. We'll take a quick one as well. We'll come back for the end of the first half. Coming up next here on our Fox Communities Credit Union video stream game of the week.
fenced-in yard happen, make two-story in town happen, or ranch in the country happen, definitely make two bathrooms happen. With Fox, make we can afford that one happen. When it's time to decide on your dream home, Fox helps you make life happen. Visit one of 22 Fox locations or apply online today so you can make this is the one happen.
Fox Communities.
Back here at Little Chute High School. Joey D and Zach Morris, exactly 60 seconds left to play. A little Eddie money there, a little toast to him. Cheers to his life, 70 years. Here we got first and short for FVL after the timeout. Diving across inside the 5 for the first down is going to be Boehm, and it's going to be first and goal for Fox Valley Lutheran.
I expect 3 carries for Boehm and perhaps 4. I would call this 4 down territory here for the Foxes.
On the 4-yard line, here's Boehm. He's got some room, and he's got 6 points. Touchdown, Fox Valley Lutheran, and they take a 13-0 lead. But a flag is down, and it's going to go on the Foxes. Oh, boy. Back them up. Take the 6 off the scoreboard.
That's a tough loss when you know that you had a touchdown, but a holding call may have also given the reason why Boehm scored, because someone was being held down. But a tough break, but a great job for the Mustangs. You were right at the goal line trying to hold on for dear life. A little bit easier now after that holding call.
First and goal on the 13. But it did take some time off the clock as well. 47.3 as you see on the clock. First and goal on the 13. Man in motion is Steigenberg. Looking left is Ullman. He is hit. Has his man. Touchdown. Fox Valley Lutheran. A 13-yard strike to Kyle Reeder. And now it's 13-0 Fox Valley Lutheran.
It's an excellent pass. We've been talking about Ullman having a great day, at least getting the ball near his receivers. Now a big catch on a big first down. Great touchdown play there for the Foxes.
And the extra point is up, and it is good. So your new score here with 40.7 seconds left to play here in this first half. It is Fox Valley Lutheran 14 and Little Chute nothing as they wrap up quite a drive. Started on their own 31-yard line. I have it at 10 plays. You had that one penalty as well, but 10 plays and 69 yards. Capped off by the 13-yard pass to Reeder. Quite a drive there for FVL. They've scored 2 out of their last 3 drives to take this 14-0 lead. That was big as you head into halftime.
It's always good to have a 14-0 lead, a 2-possession lead going into halftime. As far as for Little Chute, you just want to get to halftime and regroup.
More Eddie Money playing there in the background. That one goes into the end zone as well. 14-0 is our score with 40.7 seconds left to play as Little Chute will get the ball for the 6th time. We've had a couple of interceptions. That one 3-and-out, a couple of 3-and-outs actually. And they'll start on their own 20 for the 2nd time with 40 seconds left. Don't see anybody out there yet. Now they break the huddle. What a night tonight again, Friday the 13th. We saw the moon for a little while. Looks like the clouds moved in. It was really windy earlier today. Even had a few rain showers that did move through the area. Hopefully we'll be able to dry out over the next couple of days. We're unable to mark the full field here tonight. That pass is complete to Tate Huss. Here on the near sideline. Did he get enough for a first down? I believe so, so that should stop the clock. Parker Knoll with the tackle. Junior defensive back for Fox Valley Lutheran.
So the timeout was called by Little Chute as it was just a couple yards short of the first down. So now you're looking at Little Chute trying to get in position for a quick score. 31 seconds remaining in this first half. Try to at least maybe get a field goal opportunity to cut this lead down to 11 and at least have momentum going into halftime.
They haven't played it. They haven't played bad. Just the 2 interceptions were killer, and FEL running down the clock. And that's been the story here of this first half. Little Chute's already. Now they're just waiting for FEL to trot back out there. It'll be 2nd down and 2 on their own 28-yard line. Well, the officials talking with the Little Chute players. I don't know what's going on here. All right, now they'll wind it. Couple guys deep for FEL just in case they decide to try and go deep. Short pass up to the 35. And Logan Lex will get a first down for Little Chute. And then they'll spike it right there at the 35-yard line with 24.9 seconds left. Got to go deep at some point, don't you?
Well, time's going to be running out. That took about 7 seconds at least get to this position. So now you have to wonder, where do you need to get to kick a field goal? Do you have to get inside the 20-yard line? You still have a good portion to get down the field. At least you have to start opening up and start taking some chances downfield. Even if it gets intercepted, as long as it's not returnable, it's not going to hurt you going into halftime for the Mustangs.
Only one wide receiver. And they're going to try and go to him. They got him. That's Tate Huss. Wrapped up right away, though. So a positive gain before Thomas was able to take him down. Brecken Thomas, a 6-foot junior for FVL. And a timeout is called. A 7-yard gain. This will be 3rd and 3 for Little Chute. Just 18.1 showing on that clock here before the first half. And coming up halftime, I'll try and get you the statistical rundown here as I take a look at it. Each team has had the ball 6 times. It's been pretty even there. 2 out of the last 3 times that FEL has had it, they have scored. A couple of interceptions for Cade Van Asten, the sophomore quarterback for Little Chute. One of them turning into 7 points. Here we go. 18 seconds left to play. It is 3rd down and 3 on the 42. Drops it off and a nice open field tackle.
So all that work to get this far without taking deep shots, they're going to go right into the locker room here.
Noah Craig, the receiver, and then he went nowhere. And that's going to do it for half number 1. Your score here. Fox Valley Lutheran on the road against one of the top 10 teams in the state. And they've got a 2-score lead at 14-0 here at halftime. Your first half thoughts here, Zach Morris.
Well, a great job by Fox Valley Lutheran. Took a while to get their offensive game plan rolling, but once they got focused and able to get the running game going with Bame, a great job and just continuing to march down the field with some great passes from Ullman as well. As for the Mustangs, it's just one half. Have to forget about it and continue to at least go how you want to play and maybe make a couple changes now inside the locker room at halftime. At least figure out something to get this offense kick-started into the second half.
14-0 as you see there. Fox Communities Credit Union game of the week. I want to thank once again all of our fine sponsors. Fox Communities Credit Union, Fox Valley Lutheran High School jumping on board as a sponsor for this one. Myron Construction, Creative Imprint, Julian Strategic Alliance Group, bringing you high school sports all season long here on our video stream. We will take a quick timeout, and then we will come back, and we will have second half action for you, some stats as well. But first, some more words from our sponsors here. Joey D and Zach Morris, Little Chute High School. It's 14-0 FVL here at the half.
A century is made up of minutes, but more importantly, of moments. Moments of hard work, dedication, challenges, and triumphs. From Myron Construction, the past 100 years were built by the steady hands of tradespeople who laid a strong foundation, and continues to thrive because of our passionate team members. As we close this significant chapter of our history, our sights are set on what we will accomplish together in the years to come, because together we'll continue building excellence.
When you're looking for a cutting-edge local company to produce your creative screen-printed or embroidered apparel for your business or team, Creative Imprint in Neenah is that company. Their experienced staff can bring all your ideas to life. They make you part of the experience with their online designing tool that allows customers to design their own t-shirts. That's how they make you part of the experience. Design your t-shirt and place your order online at creativeimprintapparel.com. Experience the difference.
I'm Tom Julian from the Julian Strategic Alliance Group. I'm inviting you to have my team help you develop your personal, estate, and business planning goals. Let us put together comprehensive financial strategies for your success in every season of your life. Contact us today to get started. We're right on the CE Trail in Kimberly. We can help you establish retirement income goals, work with you on your asset protection allocation, and guide you on future income growth strategies. I would like to meet with you to begin the conversation. Call us. Let's get started.
The projects we construct afford us the opportunity to help those in need in more ways than one. And the momentum we create as a team allows us to make an impact greater than any one of us can achieve on our own. We are part of the community. We are where we live. We are Myron Construction.
Are you looking to make your dream home happen? Make stop searching and searching happen. You could make that fenced-in yard happen and make that bigger bathroom finally happen. It's time to make your home transformation happen with a home equity loan or line of credit from Fox. Apply online right now or visit one of 22 Fox locations to get the money you need and make life happen.
Fox Communities Credit Union.
I'm Tom Julian from the Julian Strategic Alliance Group. I'm inviting you to have my team help you develop your personal, estate, and business planning goals. Let us put together comprehensive financial strategies for your success in every season of your life. Contact us today to get started. We're right on the CE Trail in Kimberly. We can help you establish retirement income goals, work with you on your asset protection allocation, and guide you on future income growth strategies. I would like to meet with you to begin the conversation. Call us. Let's get started.
As we are back here, it is halftime in Little Chute. I am Joey D alongside Zach Morris. Tonight's Fox Communities Credit Union video stream game of the week. There you see the score, 14-0. Might take some people by surprise here. Are you surprised, Zach?
Well, not quite, because we've seen what happened. I mean, the big plays have all been for Little Chute defensively. They got two, for Fox Valley Lutheran, because they took two interceptions from Little Chute's quarterback and being able to make those, sailing on the points, but they have the momentum building offensively. And it took a while to get Bame rolling, but he definitely did in that last drive, which led to a touchdown. And Ullman, you look at his box numbers, not good. I mean, he has a lot of incompletions, but he's given his receivers a lot of opportunities to go up and make plays. And because of that, it made a 50-yard pass play, which led to a touchdown, and then a touchdown throw to end the first half.
These are totally unofficial, but through my scratchings here, I've got Fox Valley Lutheran, 21 carries, 69 yards, 3 out of 11 through the air for 83 yards, only 152 yards here at the half. For Little Chute, 16 carries, only 39 yards, 8 out of 15 through the air, 53 yards, so 92 yards. So 152 to 92 being the total yardage, and both teams had the football 6 times in that first half, so not really overwhelming as far as the stats go, but back and forth they went, and really came down to scored on one of the turnovers there. There were 2 interceptions by the Little Chute, and FVL scored on one of them, so that definitely was a key play here, or a key part of this first half.
Well, another big part of this, Joey, is the fact that both teams are eating a lot of clock with the running game, not really caring to go too much for the passing attack. So when you do that, there's not a lot of opportunities to get the ball back, and we're seeing that right now because as for Fox Valley Lutheran, making full advantages of their possessions, which led to touchdowns.
FVL has not won a game in this series since 2011. It was a 14-0, ironically, 14-0 shutout back in 2011. Ever since then, a 7-game winning streak here in the series, and including last year, 23-3. They played that one at Kakana because of the field at FVL. 21-20 the year before that, 39-15, 50-28, 28-6, 32-0. So hasn't been a very close series over the last 7 years. But hey, FVL, it's a whole new team this year. Just did lose last week to Wrightstown in this very tough Northeastern Conference that has 3 teams that are ranked in the top 10. And right now, FVL took one of them to the wire last week, taking another one here, shutting them out here at the half.
Well, that's the thing, too, you mentioned. It's been a long time. I mean, I believe Fox Valley Lutheran has yet to beat Wrightstown in their rivalry, and the fact that they took them to the wire and almost won that game shows you they're going to be a force to be reckoned with it for the rest of the season and then the postseason as well.
So popping up a couple of the area standings. Looking for the right. Hey, there it is. Little Chute and Wrightstown. Freedom in there at 2-0, 3-0 overall in this very tough conference. Up next for Fox Valley Lutheran, they'll be at O'Connell Falls, Marinette, Clintonville, and then down the stretch there you got Freedom and Xavier. That's the FVL schedule. For Little Chute, they are 3-0. Next up for them, they head to Wapaka. Then they got that big showdown with Wrightstown and Freedom. Just doesn't get easy at all here in this conference as we're about ready to begin half number 2. 14-0 Fox Communities Credit Union scoreboard. As we begin quarter number 3, it will be Little Chute to receive. What do you think they said there at halftime for first-year head coach Ted Evers? What is he telling his Mustangs here? You got to come out strong.
Well, here's a great opportunity when you kind of want that kickoff going into halftime because this lets you build momentum if you're trailing in the game and try to get points on the board. If you're able to put anything on the board in this drive for Little Chute, that brings momentum.
And a kickoff near the goal line is batted down and only able to bring it out to near the 15-yard line. And so Little Chute will start right there on their own 15, their 7th drive of the game.
So you look at Little Chute, what has been a success so far in this game? So far has been doing plays on the outside. It had one screen that led to a first down and also 2 runs that were outside the tackles down the sidelines. That has been the weakness right now for the defense for the Foxes, but so far they've been trying to run the ball right down the middle of this FEL defense, and so far not much success. So they need to find a way to open up the running game, either running through the outside or get the passing game going.
Each team with 24 plays in that first half. Little Chute 16 rushes, 8 throwing it, and they come out rushing the football. And maybe back to the line of scrimmage. That's to Bruin. He carried the ball. Let's see here. De Bruin did 3 times in that first half for 6 yards. No gain on that one. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
But again, nothing going so far inside the tackles.
De Bruin, their leading rusher on the year, with 111 yards coming into the contest. About 5 yards a carry. Gets a call once again. And this time he does gain some positive yardage. It's about 5 yards on the carry, so big 3rd down and 5 right out of the chute here. Pardon the pun.
Well, the last thing you want to do is have a quick 3 and out and give the ball right back to FEL. You want to at least build some momentum.
Big 3rd down and 5. With the ball marked right on the 20-yard line for Little Chute. You can hear some of the cowbells. Trying to get this home team riled up and get on that scoreboard. Back to pass, goes the sophomore, and he is wrapped up in the backfield. Goes down, a big sack by the FEL defense. It'll be a 3 and out for Little Chute to start the second half.
Best way to start out this second half for FEL, get a 3 and out and a big sack to bring momentum back to your side. And this motivates the offense now to take this ball and put some points on the board. And knowing that this defense has yet to have any downfalls so far all night for Fox Valley Lutheran.
Seth Voller pounding his chest, coming off of the bottom of the pile there, and they're going to have to punt from near their goal line. The ball is dropped. He's rushing. He's running into the end zone now, running out, getting a little bit of positive yards as Tate Huss, making something out of nothing there. That was very close to being a safety, but still really good field position now for FVL as they will take over on the Little Chute about 21-yard line.
Well, this half could not start any better right now for Fox Valley Lutheran, having a mess up for Little Chute on that punt, almost getting a safety, but you're set up perfectly now just outside of the red zone.
Yeah, marking on the 22, the first time in their 7 possessions that they have started in Little Chute territory. But looking good here for FVL to open up half number 2. Ullman gets a block, takes it himself, gains a couple. Wrapped up, taken down by a couple of Little Chute defenders there, including Matthew Jansen, a 5'8", 205-pound sophomore. Young team again here for Little Chute. I see a lot of 10s going up and down, a lot of sophomores and juniors on this team for Little Chute. And after the 4-yard pickup, it'll be 2nd down and 6 on the 17. Ullman has his man into the end zone. Touchdown, Fox Valley Lutheran. They strike on their first possession of the second half, and they're up 3 scores now. It is 20-0.
Well, at halftime, if you're a coach, you try to figure out how to come out strong in the second half. Have your defense play strong and force a 3 and out, check. Special teams makes a big stop, check on the bad snap on the punt for Little Chute, and then quickly score on offense in the next possession. Things are going perfectly right now for FVL.
And the extra point is good. And we've got 21-0 with 9:05 left to play here in quarter number 3. We will take a quick timeout and be back after this on the Fox Communities Credit Union video stream game of the week.
When you're looking for a cutting-edge local company to produce your creative screen-printed or embroidered apparel for your business or team, Creative Imprint in Neenah is that company. Their experienced staff can bring all your ideas to life. They make you part of the experience with their online designing tool that allows customers to design their own t-shirts. That's how they make you part of the experience. Design your t-shirt and place your order online at creativeimprintapparel.com. Experience the difference.
Back here in Little Chute, 9:05 left to play after the 18-yard touchdown pass from Ullman. Puts them up 21-0. What a way to start the second half here for Little Chute, both defensively and offensively. And they will take over. Little Chute will start on their own 20-yard line for the third time tonight, this time with 9:05 left to play here in this third quarter. Down 3 scores to FEL. To pass, and it is complete. He's got Huss once again. He's been his big target. And they bring it out to the 32-yard line, so a 12-yard pickup for number 12, and it's first down for Little Chute. Got to get something going here on their second possession of the second half.
That's a big thing, just something. Just trying to get a couple first downs and get momentum, at least put points on the board now, trailing 21-0. You kind of have to have points on this drive.
Being flashed out of the pocket, and down goes Cade Van Asten. Another sack on the sophomore quarterback. He's gone down quite a few times here tonight. And this time, way back at the 25-yard line, so a 7-yard sack. And so it's second down and 17 back at the 25. If you're Little Chute, you got to get something going. That was just a quick 2-play, 22-yard drive, by the way. Kept off by the 18-yard pass. Here it is Van Asten looking to pass, and it is caught. Up near the 45-yard line. Be a 20-yard pickup.
Well, that's the kind of play you need. First, you mishandle the snap and just trying to hold on for dear life and maybe think about tossing the ball out of bounds. Great job maintaining his composure and trying to find someone, which he did for a first down.
Big time first down. Gotta get that momentum going. They mark it at the 44-yard line.
I wouldn't suggest dropping the snap every play and then trying to pick it up and run for a first down, but hey, you gotta find momentum somewhere.
First and 10, 44 is where they mark it. Handoff. Coming here to the near side. Up to midfield. Nolan Lamers, the ball carrier. And again, he gained about 5 yards on the play, maybe 6, so it'll be second down and 5. Second and 4, I should say. For Little Chute, who came into this one, they pitched a shutout in their first 3 games in all of the first half. So those 14 points are the first points scored on Little Chute in the first 4 games in this first half. They give to Huss as he was in motion on the end around. Clock continues to run, so he was hit inbounds. Gained a couple.
I would think
Near the
this
first
is
down.
4 down territory for Little Chute because you're not sure how your defense is going to hold going back out there against Foxfire Lutheran and try to hold. You got to take momentum when you can and don't let this defense get tired for you for the Mustangs.
2-yard pickup for Huss. 3rd and 2. But you're right. They gotta be thinking 4 downs every time you have the football. Whistle and a timeout is called by the Mustangs. And with a 21-0 lead, FVL. And Little Chute will huddle up. And gives us time to take another quick timeout and hear from one of our sponsors. Back after this on the Fox Communities Credit Union Video Stream Game of the Week.
I'm Tom Julian from the Julian Strategic Alliance Group. I'm inviting you to have my team help you develop your personal, estate, and business planning goals. Let us put together comprehensive financial strategies for your success in every season of your life. Contact us today to get started. We're right on the CE Trail in Kimberly. We can help you establish retirement income goals, work with you on your asset protection allocation, and guide you on future income growth strategies. I would like to meet with you to begin the conversation. Call us. Let's get started.
Here we go. 3rd down and short for Little Chute coming out of the timeout. Back to pass is Van Asten. He's got nowhere to throw and nowhere to run. That FVL defense just swallowing him up. And the sack once again will bring up 4th down.
It's hard to avoid the pass rushers for FEL because you just don't have one rusher coming at you. They have a good set of the offensive line and great defensive line and great linebackers that will hunt down the quarterback. So it's a tough situation now for FEL. Watch out for the fake here.
They do show the punt formation. Down by 3 scores. And the punt into this strong wind here tonight. There at halftime, took a little stroll, and well, the wind is really whipping, and they are kicking into it. And FEL will get the ball on their own 31-yard line, looks like, with 5:32 left to play in this 3rd quarter. See where officially they mark it. Again, can't see the yard markers because of the weather that we have had. It's tough to paint on some when the ground is all wet. It's on their own 32 is where they mark it. Bain gets the call. Ball is loose. Little Chute says they have it. Did it come out? There's the official call. The first turnover on the Foxes as Bain fumbled it right at the last second, and the Foxes will get their best field position of the night.
Best case scenario there for Little Chute. Been trying to get something going offensively and defensively, getting their first turnover of the game, getting their offense back on the field, and now you have to get points here just to help out the defense because Bain is a great runner. You're not going to have too many opportunities to get fumbles from him.
Say the Mustangs come up with it. Fox is fumbling it. So 5:22 left. That is on 40-yard line of FEL. First time that Little Chute has started in Fox's territory. Pass incomplete. Had it in his hands, goes in and out for Tate Huss. And an incomplete pass. So it'll be 2nd down and 10. Nice mixture of running the football and throwing the football throughout the game here for both teams, actually. And so it'll be 2nd down and 10 on the 40-yard line. Little Chute down by 3 scores. They got to get something going. They give right up the middle to Adam Kilgus. And he gets his second carry of the ball game. Game 3, so he's got 5 yards on the game. 3rd down and 7 now. Now you got to start thinking maybe 4 down territory.
Well, a little bit closer now inside Fox
yeah.
Valley Lutheran territory compared to the previous drive for the Mustangs. So other than a sack, I think this is 4 down territory.
Slipping is Van Asten, staying on his feet, and then finally wrapped up. Again, the secondary for Little Chute all over the secondary for FEL all over the Little Chute offense. And now what do you do here? It's 4th down.
You're punting as there's the sack, as I mentioned.
Brought it back out, yeah. So a 3 and out after getting that turnover.
It's hard to tell yourself that you'll get the 1st down right after a sack on 3rd down heading into 4th. Try to pin the Foxes inside their own territory.
Getting that flag. It is whipping right to left, so into the wind they punt. And pretty good considering. So we'll see where FEL takes over. Right at about the 15-yard line, so a 3 and out, unable to cash in on that turnover.
So far, all 3 teams just unable to put points on the board after getting turnovers.
Mark it right at the 15 with 3:45. Excuse me. Oh boy, what happened there?
I mean, Joey, it shows you have a great defense if you turn over the ball and it doesn't hurt you in the long run.
That is correct. 1st and 10 here on the 15. Give far side. Bame once again.
I'm glad they're not afraid of giving Bame some more carries after the fumble, because everyone's going to fumble once in a while. And you hate to see that every level where if one player fumbles, you don't see them for a while because they're trying to show you. But this game is so physical and rough. You're going to lose the ball once in a while, especially if you play the position of running back.
Yeah. And in conditions like this, too, and that field is still pretty wet. Tipped up in the air. Who came down with it? Nobody, says the referee. Right there was Ryan Verstegen comes up. Patting the ground saying should have had that one for Little Chute, but instead falls incomplete. That was a dangerous pass into a lot of traffic.
Luckily that it was not intercepted and to live again on 3rd down.
Clock stops at 3:10, 3rd down and 6 on the 19-yard line. Ullman pressured. Lots of blue jerseys, and down he goes. Sack, a big-time one for the Little Chute defense, and it'll be 3 and out for FEL.
Ullman has been playing really good all night, but that time just unable to get rid of the ball and just giving his team an opportunity. But good pass rush by the Mustangs, not allowing Ullman to find a receiver downfield.
Brink Loudemans gets credit for that big sack. And a big loss on the play, so they'll be pinned backwards, but with that wind at their back, that is taken right at midfield. And Little Chute will take over in FEL territory for the 2nd time in a row and 2nd time all game, with 2:26 left to play in this 3rd quarter. So lots of 3 and outs here.
Tough game to play field position knowing that you're down 21-0. Granted, there's still a 4th quarter yet to play. You can easily wipe out a 14, 20-point deficit in the 4th, but you need to show at least signs of offense before then.
They'll mark it on the 47.
Still an uphill climb for the Mustangs.
4th possession already in this quarter, and we still got 2:26 left to go. That's what kind of second half this has been so far for both teams. Going in motion is Peters. Instead, they give it to Huss. Check that, Jake DeBruin, the ball carrier, and gains about a yard or so. So 2nd down and 9 as we approach the 2-minute warning here in the 3rd quarter. Again, not showing too much of a hurry up so far. Gotta figure they gotta start doing that soon, though. Down 3 scores, 21-0. Very rare that this Little Chute offense puts up a goose egg, but so far that's the way it's been here tonight. Pressured is Van Asten. Has to take off. Again, watching the 2 wide receivers. Boy, the FVL defense just all over them in that secondary. So Van Asten nowhere to go but just to take off running. And he did gain a couple of yards, but again, it brings up a 3rd down for the Mustangs.
Well, let's say another 4-down territory, unless a sack or penalty would happen on 3rd down.
Gain of 3, so it's 3rd and 6. Clock stopped, so he must have stepped out of bounds. 94 seconds left. 2 receivers splitting here to the near. In motion goes Logan Lex. Instead, back to pass, and it is caught by Noah Craig, but a minimal gain, and so it's going to bring up 4th down for Little Chute.
Well, if you're going to go on 4th down one of these possessions, this is the best time to do it. 4th and not as long as they've normally been facing.
Gain of 2, so it's 4th and 4 with just over a minute left to play, and indeed they will go ahead and go for it. Sophomore quarterback parking out the play. Has some time, has a guy here to the near side. Did he bring it in? He did. How about that catch, Tate Huss? Gets a big 4th down pickup.
Biggest catch of the game, just continuing to keep this drive going. They're deepest inside FVL territory.
A 7-yard catch. They go back to the Bruin on the ground now with under 40 seconds left. Can they get off one more play? So they gained a couple. I'm not too sure they're in too big of a hurry to get off a play here. Under 20. 3 wide receivers this time. But the Bruin right next to Van Asten. He'll give it to him. Tripped up right at the line of scrimmage, but able to stumble across for a couple of yards. For Josiah Bain gets him, and that is it for quarter number 3. 21-0 our score. FVL leading Little Chute. We'll be back after this on the Fox Communities Credit Union video stream Game of the Week.
A century is made up of minutes, but more importantly, of moments. Moments of hard work, dedication, challenges, and triumphs. From Myron Construction, the past 100 years were built by the steady hands of tradespeople who laid a strong foundation and continues to thrive because of our passionate team members. As we close this significant chapter of our history, our sights are set on what we will accomplish together in the years to come, because together we'll continue building excellence.
Back here in Little Chute, Fox Valley Lutheran leads to start quarter number 4, 21-0. Joey D and Zach Morris along with you. It's going to be crunch time here. I'm surprised nobody's doing any kind of jumping around, but they're doing a Macarena here. That's all right.
That wouldn't make me jump up and down. Never has and never will.
What are we going to do this weekend with no Badger football? We got the big Packer game coming up on Sunday, though. Everybody getting really excited about that. Excited here for quarter number 4, 21-0. FVL. Little Chute on a little drive here. Little pump fake by Van Asten, going deep. Threw a little short, wanting the flag and getting it was Tate Huss. Pass interference is going to be called on Fox Valley Lutheran with the assistance of Tate Huss. There was a lot of contact, but that one was underthrown. So I'm not too sure if he would have caught it or not, but there was contact on the play, so big penalty here on FEL. I have him for only one other one in that first half. This one very costly.
Well, it keeps the drive going now for the Mustangs and their hope, trying to get some points on the board and make a run at this in the fourth quarter.
And so they will mark it on, let's see here, what did the scoreboard have? 14-yard line. Kind of hard to see exactly where it's marked. 1st and 10 on the 14 for Little Chute, their best field position so far of this game. Van Asten looking to the pylon. Got him! Touchdown! Tate Huss on a 14-yard touchdown pass from Cade Van Asten, and Little Chute is on the scoreboard.
Well, great catch by Huss and a great job by the Mustangs being able to stay in contention for this game. They need a touchdown on this drive. Now entering the fourth quarter, can this build momentum and keep it on defense and still continuing to stop the offense of the Foxes? We'll find out after this kickoff.
Extra point is up, and it is good by Carter Peinenberg. And new time at 11:46 left to play, just like that. It is 21-7. FEL leading Little Chute. And speaking of Fox Valley Lutheran High School, they jumped on board today as an official sponsor of our broadcast here today on the Fox Communities Credit Union Game of the Week. And, you know, fall is always exciting at Fox Valley Lutheran High School. This year they're enjoying their largest enrollment ever. The Foxes back on their home fields, too. New class, we saw that last week. New classes, new teachers, new leadership. FEL, an outstanding choice for your teens' high school years. Go FEL. Go to FELHS.org to schedule a tour of the newly expanded school. Find out more about Fox Valley Lutheran High School. Come and see Christian high school education in action. Go Foxes. Again, FELHS.org. Yeah, we saw that new field last week. Of course, last year they had to play at Kaukauna High School field. And were beaten last year 23-3 in this particular contest, but this time they're up 21-7 after the 7-play drive.
Interesting choice by the returner for Fox Valley Lutheran. Chose to receive the ball near the end of the, it was very close to the sideline. That ball easily could have gone out of bounds. Would have had great field position for Fox Valley Lutheran. Instead, where he caught the ball, went out of bounds right away, and now it's near the 10-yard line, so it's a tough situation now for Fox Valley Lutheran. Had a great opportunity for good field position.
Yeah, they mark it on the 10-yard line. See if the Little Chute defense can come up with some kind of big stop here. Off and running is Boehm once again. He'll be out near a first down. And get some, the old breathing room, as they like to say. He gained 5, so it'll be 2nd down and 5 for FEL and Andrew Boehm. Their leading rusher on the year. Now do you just keep going on the ground and take off a whole lot of clock here? Looks to be what they do here. Holman keeps it himself. Got that 2-horse back with Boehm and the quarterback Ullman.
Well, right now for the Mustangs, they just want to get this ball back in their hands of their offense and put a tired FEL defense back on the field.
Be 3rd down and 2 after the gain of 3 by Ullman. Keeps that clock ticking, more importantly, here for the Foxes. Trying to win for the first time since 2011 against Little Chute. Ball is loose, I believe. I feel coming up with it, though. That's Bame, and it is good enough for a first down. Up to the 20-yard line. Just did gain enough. Looked like it came loose, but it didn't. Bame had it, and they were just pointing towards the first down. What you got? Move the chains, keep that clock running. They run that clock right away this year, by the way. Little change in high school football. They don't wait for the chain gang at all. They just start that clock right away. Ullman taking his time. All kinds of wide receivers. He's going to air it out. Looking, tapped up in the air, incomplete. He was looking for Steigenberger. Nice defense by Tate Huss. Got his mitt on it there, so an incomplete pass, second down and 10.
That was
surprise,
a
going in the
great,
air.
and that was a great tip. I mean, that was almost a kill shot at that point. If you're up 21 points again, that is tough for the Mustangs. Not afraid to go deep.
Seth Yeager going for it all there. You're right. If they'd got that, that would have been big time play. Again, going to the air. It is complete this time, and I believe for a first down. We'll move the chains once again. And that goes to, I thought it was Dauberstein that got it, but they gave it to Steigenberger. It is complete for a first down, first and 10. On the 10-yard completion. Well, they're marked at the 31-yard line, so an 11-yard completion. But again, back-to-back throws here. When you're up by a couple of scores here in the fourth quarter, back-to-back-to-back throws. This is Steigenberger.
Well, right now the defense for Little Chute is expecting runs. So when the defense is expecting you to run the ball, that's the best time to pass.
That's a good point. Even though you're up by 2 scores here, clock does continue to run as long as you catch those passes. Gave him 4, so second and 6 on the 35. Holman will keep it himself and get another first down, lowering that shoulder. Right at about a 6-yard pickup for Isaiah Ullman, and move the chains again for Fox Valley Lutheran. That's a big first down.
Oh, they're running their offense any way they want now, as you mentioned, through the air and also through the ground.
Just on this drive. That was the 7th play.
And you can just,
they've had 4 runs and 3 throws.
It's a great place to be if you're a head coach or offensive coordinator in high school, no matter what level. You're up by 14 and everything's opened up for you in the air and on the ground.
On the 42-yard line, first and 10. Ullman will hand it off to Bame. And he gains roughly 5 yards on that one. So it'll be second down and 5. More importantly, does keep that clock rolling here. Already taken over 3 minutes off of it here on this drive. Again, it's Bame. Tripped up in the backfield. May not have even gotten back to the line of scrimmage. And Ryan Verstegen got to him first, the 5'11", 200-pound junior for Little Chute. And they, we'll say, got right back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, now a tough decision here if you want to pass or take some more time off the clock. As for the Mustangs, you need to get a stop here because you do not need any more time rolling off this clock.
3rd and 6 on the 46. Ullman throwing, his receiver fell down. He was looking there for Dauberstein. And he fell down, and luckily there were no blue jerseys around for FVL, and it's going to bring up 4th down, and the clock stops on an incomplete pass. So 4 passes on that possession where you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter.
I think you're still early in the fourth quarter where it's not going to really hurt you because you're just trying to keep this drive going, which they did. Took plenty of time off the clock.
Into the wind, a pretty good punt.
I mean, it's a productive offensive drive. You're able to move the ball towards midfield. You're taking time off the clock. And your defense has been doing pretty well all day long, and it's not going to be a quick scoring offense for the Little Chute Mustangs. They haven't showed signs of that yet this game.
Own 30-yard line is where they will mark it. 7.5 minutes left to play. You're down by 2 scores. I want to thank all of our fine sponsors once again. Fox Communities Credit Union, Myron Construction, Fox Valley Lutheran High School jumping on board for this one. Creative Imprint, Julian Strategic Alliance Group on our Fox Communities Credit Union video stream game of the week. It has been a good one so far. FVL trying to win for the first time since 2011 when they shut them out. So 7-game win streak here in the series for Little Chute. And they are trying to stay undefeated and stay one of the top-ranked teams in the state of Wisconsin in Division 4. Got to score here in a hurry. That one fired across the right side, incomplete. 2nd down and 10. Be interesting to see what they do here as far as their mixture of going to the air and staying on the ground. They've done that all game long. Scoring on their last drive. A 7-play drive, took about 2.5 minutes. And they went 53 yards on that last drive in about 2.5 minutes. Here, they are starting on their own 30. Facing a 2nd and 10 here. 7:27 and counting. Low snap, picked up by Van Asten. And then down he goes. Sacked on the play by Jacob Youngworth, who was a scratch at the start of the game last week that we were doing, but he's in there making an impact as that'll back him way up back to the 22-yard line. 3rd down and 18 after the big sack by Youngworth. Shotgun formation. Airing it out over the middle. Picked off for the 3rd time tonight. The defense of Fox Valley Lutheran coming up big this time. It is Garrett Hagan with the interception, and they take over at the 45-yard line.
No blame there for Little Chute. You were in a situation, 3rd and long. You had to do something. And when you throw deep passes like that, it's a possibility it gets intercepted. It's the 3rd one today, but just a great defense performance all night long for Fox Valley Lutheran.
You know, it was set up by that big sack just the play before. If they get any kind of positive yardage on that, it may not have to air it out like that, but facing that long yardage, there's Bain carrying the ball for a couple of more yards, so it'll be 2nd down and 8, but that clock continues to run down. Now, I will be very surprised if they go to the air at all, up by 2 scores here. Bain getting it done on the ground again here tonight. Little motion play. This time, Ullman will keep it himself. The fake handoff. Gained a few more yards, so it'll be 3rd down. But again, that clock just continues to tick, 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 tick. If you're Little Chute, when do you take your timeouts? That's a big question here.
Well, the best thing for Little Chute is you just get a stop here, and then you try to regroup and try to score quickly, maybe with 2 minutes left on the clock, get a stop, and maybe an onside kick.
Ullman got 5 yards on that one, so it's 3rd down and 3 on the 38. Again, sends the fullback in motion. Bain has it spinning his way. I don't think he got that 1st down. It's going to be 4th and short. With exactly 5 minutes left to play.
Well, if you're in the situation for Fox Valley Lutheran, you go for a 4th down. You're only a yard or 2 away. Try to get another set of downs. You might be able to ice away this game.
Well, I gave him a yard on it, so 4th and a long 2. Now they'll just let it run down. I'm sure take a timeout as Coach Seth Yeager walks over to the referee and says, how much time do I have? Because they're going to want a timeout. And there it is. 4:25 left to play. He will take the timeout with 4th down upcoming. We will take a quick timeout. One more word from our fine sponsors. And back for the end of this one here with 4:25 left to play, our Fox Communities Credit Union game of the week.
Make fenced-in yard happen. Make two-story in town happen. Or ranch in the country happen? Definitely make 2 bathrooms happen. With Fox, make we can afford that one happen. When it's time to decide on your dream home, Fox helps you make life happen. Visit one of 22 Fox locations or apply online today so you can make this is the one happen.
Fox Communities.
All right, here we go, partner. Right down to it here. 4:25 left to play. 4th and short. A 37. You got a 2-score lead. Hey, why not? Just go for it here. Especially the way your defense has been playing. This is pretty much a no-brainer. Give it to Bame. Did he get enough? Pins on the spot of the ball. Referee's talking about it. First look, I thought he got it.
Then he has second chance at it.
They do stop the clock. Of course, FEL fighting for it. They got to measure this one. They have to. First measurement of the night. We will see the chain gang. They will stretch it out and by the nose of the football. First down for Fox Valley Lutheran. A big-time 4th down pickup for the Foxes. Move the chains, and the clock will start running. That was huge.
Well, that's going to at least kill the timeouts if Little Chute wants to use them, or at least get a good minute or 2 off this clock for Fox Valley Lutheran.
You see it ticking up in the right corner of our screen. 4 minutes and counting. Up by 2 scores and with the football. Bame again, lowering that shoulder. Should just write down 19 every time here, or 3. He'll gain a few more, so it'll be 2nd down. What an effort tonight from this Foxes team. Almost beat Wrightstown last week. I know they're going to point back to that one and say, man, if they win this one, they were that close to being 4-0.
Yeah, easily could have been.
Against back-to-back really tough opponents here.
This was an impressive outing tonight to do it on the road at Little Chute and have after a good home game against Wrightstown.
Still just over 3 minutes to play, so anything can happen, but Bame gets the football once again. And Andrew Bame gaining a few more yards, and a timeout is called by Little Chute. Give me a chance to tell you about our sponsors. One and final time here. It's Fox Communities Credit Union, Myron Construction, Julian Strategic Alliance Group, Creative Imprint, Fox Valley Lutheran High School. Thanks to all of our fine sponsors making this happen. As we are live today from Little Chute High School here in Little Chute, where the undefeated Mustangs are on the fence here. Joey D and Zach Morris with you. And a very, I mean, we say it all the time, but man, there's some tough conferences in this part of the state, including this Northeastern Conference, or FEL, on on the way to being 3-1 here. That would tie the Little Chute.
I think this conference also gets overlooked by a lot of people because you have the VFA Bay Conference, but when the conference realignment happened, you have to remember you had Wrightstown thrown into here, and that has really made this division tough.
Fake to Bame, and Ullman will take it himself. Another first down here for FVL, all the way from the 30-yard line down to about the 14, so give him a 16-yard pickup on the fake. And it'll be first down and 10 with under 3 minutes left to go. That should all but seal this one. I'll go ahead and say we'll put a spork in it. I know that Wayne Larrabee likes to put the old dagger in it. I put the spork in it because it could happen, but Bame once again. And he will carry inside the 10-yard line. Gain 5 on that one. Second down and 5 on the 9-yard line as we approach the 2-minute warning. What an effort out of this Foxes club here these last couple of weeks against two of the top-rated teams in the state of Wisconsin in Division 4.
You'd like wins, but this is the second best thing after that.
Oh, yeah. Look at him go. Touchdown. Andrew Bame, a 9-yard touchdown run, and that should seal it as FVL is now up 27-7.
It was a great drive, just using everything you need to do. Run, 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 especially in this situation when you're up by 14 points. All you have to do is just drain the clock, and that they did with the touchdown.
Extra point is up, and it is good. Your new score with 1:50 left to play. FVL regains a 3-score lead, 28-7. On a drive that took about 5 minutes. 9 plays, all on the ground. 9 plays and 55 yards because they started on. Check that, 45 yards. They started on the Little Chute 45-yard line. 9 plays, 45 yards, capped off by the 9-yard touchdown run by Bame. His first of the night. And for Andrew Bame, his 3rd touchdown of the season. Averaged about 100 yards a game the first 3 games. He will approach that here tonight, if not eclipse it. It's been him and Isaiah Ullman again most of the evening here for Fox Valley Lutheran. They are 1:50 away from breaking the 7-game losing streak to Little Chute. And I'll kick things off. Taken just shy of the goal line. This crowd here at Little Chute is shocked on a very special night here this evening, by the way. They had the Boyd Cone, or Bud Cone, 110% award recipients. Scott Van Derzen, Tim Shep being honored here at Fitzpatrick Field, named after Bill Fitzpatrick Sr. I was getting a little history lesson. About 15 years or so, it's been called the Fitzpatrick Field. And Boyd Cone, former teacher and coach here, Bud is what he was known as. And the 2019 Little Chute Gridiron Association gives out an award each year. This time 2 recipients, Scott Van Derzen and Tim Shep, honored before the game this evening. As far as on the field, not what they were looking for. Pass is completed. We'll stop the clock to Tim Peters. We'll stop it momentarily. Once they mark it, it'll start back up with 95 seconds left.
Well, you'll see a lot of prevent defense, so this will give Little Chute a chance to try to put a touchdown on the board.
Surprised he must have went out of bounds then. I'm surprised they didn't start the clock back up. Okay. Quarterback in the game, I believe. Or is that still Van Asten? Yep, it's still Van Asten. All right. So he'll gain a couple of yards there. It'll be second down, and he will spike it. He will stop it with 1:12 left to play. Right at the 41 with 1:12 showing. Down by 3 scores here. Very rare to see this Little Chute offense only put up 7 points. They were shut out in that first half, something that they have done offensively in the first couple of games here. After going 12-1 last year under Coach Brian Richkowski, who, by the way, they'll snap it with 3rd and 6. Complete, no, in and out of the midst, so it will be 4th down. Their coach last year, Brian Richkowski, named, he is now the coach at Schwabenon. He was named this week as the Green Bay Packers Coach of the Week. In all of the state of Wisconsin, every week, the Green Bay Packers pick out a high school Coach of the Week. And this past week happens to be Brian Richkowski, the former coach here last year, the last couple of years. Took them all the way to level 4 last year before they were knocked off. Went 12-1 overall. Beaten by St. Croix Central. That one falls incomplete, so FEL will get the football back and be able to down this one. But boy, Richkowski, some of the teams that he had here the last several years, making it to level 4 last year and in 2016, getting beat both times by St. Croix Central. And then at state in 2014, losing to Somerset. So a long line of success here for Little Chute. And going undefeated last year in the regular season. Made it all the way to level 4. So this will be the first regular season loss since 2017 for Little Chute.
Yeah, it's a tough loss. I mean, especially it's been a while and at home. So it's a hard loss, but that's where good teams are able to rebound from losses like this and try to build on what happened and get ready for next week.
Yeah, for Little Chute, they will hit the road next week to Wapaka for the big showdown with Wrightstown. Taking the knee is Ullman. And as the announcer just saying, homecoming. So a huge game. Not only is it homecoming, it's Wrightstown that is coming to town. And then they go to Freedom right after that. So still a lot of football to be played, but this is a rare thing that we're about to witness here in 30 seconds. A regular season loss for Little Chute, and that is going to do it. They do not even have to take another snap. So both teams will be lining up and shaking hands. And this one is going to go in the books. What a game. FVL going on the road here tonight. And tell you what, Zach, looking pretty impressive. These two, we got to do them last week at home against Wrightstown. And then here on the road against Little Chute. 2 very impressive games by this FVL team, and they come away with almost 2 wins in a row, but this one, look good. 28-7 your final.
Yeah, I mean, a really impressive outing. That's all you can ask for out of the Foxes after such a tough game against the Wrightstown Tigers, but able to hang in there and get a fantastic win when you look at the Foxes. I mean, what they're able to do against Little Chute, I mean, you mentioned the history. It's been a long time since they've won, so that you can only build on this. And this Foxes team, hey, they got their home field back, and they're showing that they can play good at home and on the road. As for Little Chute, at some point you're going to have a loss. I mean, that's just given how it is. Look at Kimberly. They went so long without one in the regular season, and eventually happened last year. So you're going to just have to be able to regroup and move on, because that's the only thing you can do.
There's your schedule for Fox Valley Lutheran. We mentioned that. Next up at O'Connell Falls, Marinette, Clintonville. For the two tough games at home to end it with first-year head coach Seth Yeager. Both these teams with first-year head coaches. For Little Chute, hitting the road at Wapaka, homecoming against Wrightstown, Freedom. On the road, Luxembourg, Casco, and Denmark. As we're approaching, what, halfway mark next week at halftime? Really? It's the halfway mark of the season next week at halftime. That is nuts. And speaking of next week, next Friday, it is Neenah at Oshkosh West at Titan Stadium. And we also have Dodgeland and Oshkosh Lords. So a doubleheader for you next week once again here on our Fox Communities Credit Union video stream game of the week. The doubleheader from Titan Stadium at J.J. Keller Field. That is going to wrap things up here tonight from Little Chute High School. Nice job on the camera and helping us set up and getting things running here. It is Zach Morris. I am Joey D bidding you farewell from Little Chute High School. Your final once again, Fox Valley Lutheran goes to 3-1 on the season. With the win over Little Chute, they fall to 3-1 on the season. 28-7, your final score. Until next week, have a great week, everybody. Thanks for joining us on the Fox Communities Credit Union video stream game of the week.